Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where, I may have done this off camera. It took a little bit, but not as long as I was thinking, honestly. All I ended up doing was putting in a little bit of fill over here. I reworked this section entirely so that it's now a little bit more flat, and in fact, I want to see about reworking this section for the same purposes. We can have it be something along the lines of this should be fine, right? Something like that. And then this over here is supposed to be a 960 block, so let's go ahead and get that in right like that. And then this can probably get a little straighter. So then this was a 400 block. Is that going to be about right? Yep, that's correct. Or at least it looks right. So we'll do something along the lines of that. Can this road now be straight? No, but this is fine. So now the question is, can we get this highway through here and get the requisite on-ramps? I think it'll be close. So let's go ahead and bring this highway to right here, just as low as we possibly can. Not this elevation step. Just as low as we possibly can. This is on the ground here. Oh my, that was exciting. This is on the ground here, and so let me take this up 1, 2, 3, 4 elevation steps. And then we should be able to just drop a pillar at each of these locations. That slope too steep over here. Okay, so this might be a potential issue, but that's only 1 elevation step. Can we bring it back down here? We can. Okay, so that's a potential option. And then we would do basically the same thing over here. I think we would want this up 1 elevation step to match. We can get a turnaround there, so that's fine. Bring this down an elevation step. Actually, 2. That's the lowest we can, or the highest we can go, rather. I'm not sure if that's even, but you know what? I'll take it. Lower is better, assuming we can hook in up here. And we absolutely can, so that seems to be fine. Okay, so now the question is, can we do an on-ramp here? We can. Oh, look at this pillar, though. That pillar is right in the middle of the road. That is not ideal. So let's bring that in to there. And then we want this to be an off-ramp over here. But I'm going to extend this out a little bit like that. No. I do not want it to be like that. Maybe if we just bring this way and flip the directionality of it. And we can't do that. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just go to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4 elevation steps. We'll just connect that in. That is not the right position. Wow, I'm bad at this game. Okay. That's the correct position, but that's giving us space already occupied. Maybe if we just do that? Yeah, that gave us the correct pillars. Perfect. Okay, we'll do an off-ramp over here. And then an on-ramp over here if we can, but that slope too steep. Even if we swing it out, so we may have to do one of these weird ones over here. And if that's the case, then I want to definitely make it as symmetrical as possible and do something like that. Okay. I mean, it works. It's not the best, but it works. Okay, over here we want an on-ramp, and that's fine. And then an off-ramp, and that's fine too. And over here, that slope too steep. Even if we swing it over here, it's still slope too steep. Interesting. I mean, there is a bit of a drop-off there. We can have it over here, potentially. I mean, it would be absolutely ideal to have it over here, obviously. But that is not an option, and I don't think it is over here either. Like, over here, we're having the same issue? Yes, we are. Okay. Well, we could just skip here and try doing off-ramps over here. technically that works fine. And then we'd have it be... That's an awkwardly sharp corner. But, I mean... It's functional. It's not pretty, but it's functional. Okay. So let's start working on these roads over here. This is going to be exciting, and I think we're going to have to do quite a lot of terraforming on this highway over here to get this proper. And I don't really like how uneven these highways are. We might take a crack at dealing with that later on. But let's go ahead and get one block over here. And that's fine. And then one block there. Now we're starting to get into slope too steep territory. So we currently have quite a lot of soil. Let's just see about smoothing this out nice and gently. Particularly, we're interested over here. Really, we're going to need a lot of fill, though. So I'm actually going to take this back out of here. And we're going to go to about here, I think. We've got our markers over here, so it's perfectly fine. It was straight pretty much up to here, but we actually might want to take this section out and redo this little bit of road. Take that out for now as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some land in here, some fill. So we're definitely going to need some in this drop-off over here. So I'll just add in some soil. And we're just going to see how much we can add. We're going to add all of this soil bar. And of course, this is creating a lot of cliff faces. We'll deal with that in a bit. Okay, next. I'm going to get rid of all of this. We're going to bring this out of here to about there and there. And I also want to get rid of this tunnel. We'll need to be in road bulldoze, I believe, to do this, though. Well, we'll have to do that, and then we can get rid of that. I'm going to leave the tunnel entrances. It's just the exits that we're worried about right now. And now, we have not enough soil to do this, but I want to take out a large section of this. Oh, I was on the wrong tool. I wanted to be using this tool anyway. I mean, this is definitely a little bit on the slow side, but we're going to need it for down over here. I do think that we want to grab, say, this height here, and I'm actually going to bring this highway back to right here. Let's grab this height here, and I just want to level this area. And yeah, we've got too much soil right now. Let's go ahead and dump a little over here. Kind of like this. Excellent. Now we'll grab this height again. And I just want to fill in this area about like this. There we go. And we'll take this section of highway out of here as well. This whole thing is a mess. We'll deal with that later, though. And I want to go ahead and make this look a little bit more natural now, but we've removed quite a lot of height over here. And so I want to get these lines a little bit more straight here. This is going to take some time at this speed. Maybe this is something that should be done off camera? I don't know. This is definitely going to take some time. Like, we need to bring this out over this way. We need to mostly get this smoothed out a bit, though. It's mostly this that needs to happen. And this over here. This is a big mess over here. This is going to need quite a lot of fill, in fact. Let's go ahead and toss some soil over here. Get rid of these two bits of road. And let's just toss some soil over here. We'll smooth this out in a moment. We'll just toss in the remaining soil we have over in these areas. Excellent. I do wish that there was a bigger brush, if I'm honest. Because that would make things a little bit easier when doing this sort of work. So let's see if we can get rid of this area. We do have some not enough soil issues going on, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of this soil over here. I don't want to pick up too much, just enough that we can do our softening. Something along the lines of this should be fine. So let's just get these areas as smoothed out as we can. This seems to be doing a reasonable job. Excellent. And this whole area can just get a little bit filled in. Specifically this right over here. Like, this is going to be a problem. Trying to build a road over this, I'm assuming. Actually, it kind of lets us. Well, that's weird. I mean, that's definitely quite a grade there. We're going to need to smooth out this grade. Right here. And I want to add in a little bit more fill in this area. I don't want to use up quite all the soil. I just wanted to fill this in a little bit so that we don't have quite such a sharp drop off here. In fact, maybe we should get this out of here for now and continue with this landscaping for just a moment here. That took quite a lot of soil to do that.
What does it feel like to steer a river?
Well, that's okay.
What does it smell like to smell a mountain?
So far, so good.
We're committed to letting you do the impossible, and now we've succeeded in letting you drive
I
the
think
undrivable.
that will hopefully be a little bit better. So we'll take this to here. Okay, that's starting to cause a bit of elevation issues, but I think that's fine. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, so we need one more block over here. And then this is the 960 block here. So we take that down to there. Excellent. And then we can just connect this up like this, but I kind of want it to be a bit curved. So kind of like that. Should do the trick. Excellent. And now the question is, can we run this road just straight up? We actually can. It does have a little bit of a bridge here. So I'm going to get that bridge out of there, and we're going to add in a little bit of fill here. Let's go ahead and grab some soil from over here. There we go. And we'll just fill this in right here. And smooth that a little bit. And hopefully... yeah, perfect. Okay, now can we build this road? Well, this road was sloped too steep until we got exactly where we needed to be, and then it was fine. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if we can run this road over. We can. Now that's sloped too steep, and I can see why. That's a pretty steep slope. For sure. Now, connecting this over is no problem. I think what we're going to need to do at this point is take this road out of here and see if we can't create this here just going down like that. Ooh, that's a long bridge. Okay, well that gives us something to start with anyway. So then that slope too steep, that's going to do the same thing. Okay. So is that. I'm just doing this right now so that we can see where the bridges are. This is just period slope too steep. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I do believe that that means, A, that we need to move this Firewatch tower somewhere a little more useful. Somewhere like maybe here, for now. And that does, of course, mean that if we bring this down, we can bring it to here, and then just connect it in. Okay, that's weird. Whatever. We can bring this... Actually, we can't bring this down over this way. Okay. Let's take these out of here for now and do a little bit more landscaping here. See if we can just get this smoothed out a little bit. You can see these lines are still pretty aggressive. So let's just see if we can't get some more fill in down over here. Make this a little bit more gradual of a slope. Like, we're going to have the same amount of distance, but over a larger area. From the top to the bottom, I mean, by distance. So it's going to be from the same lowest elevation to highest elevation, but it'll be spread out over the entire area instead of like a steeper portion right here in the middle, is the idea. We're almost out of soil, and we're going to run out of soil here in just a moment. Come on. There we go. We're out of soil. Okay, let's see how that goes. I'm assuming we're fine to connect these up. And yeah, that does indeed appear to be the case. So, if we were to bring this road here... That slope too steep. Fair enough. If we were to bring this road here and connect it all the way down, we can just do this. This game is weird. I don't know why it doesn't just let you do some of these things. You just kind of have to feel your way around it and find a solution that the game will let you actually have. Oh, we have a bridge right in the middle here. I did not see that when I first queued that up. Let's get rid of that, see if we can find one, a variant without the bridge, which it looks like this is. Excellent. Well, that's the difficult part done, honestly. Now we just build horizontal roads, like so. I think I messed that up, right here. Didn't I? I absolutely did. Okay. Well, there's that fixed. We'll just keep building these across here. This, was that wrong, or was that just weird elevation? That's wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's trying to connect in at that snap point rather than here. Fair enough, but that's not where I want it. Okay, so something kind of like that, and then we've just got this area left to do. So that's not too bad. Now we need to rerun this tunnel. So let's just go ahead and work on that quick. So I want to grab here. I want to have it coming out right up here. So let's have it come out, say, here? Or maybe here. I think here is good. Okay, and now we'll do the same thing the other way. I'm going to do it this way, just because I want to have the same elevation. Make sure that it's as... Oops. I want to make sure it's as similar as possible, but that's not how you do that, because I forgot to bring it out of the ground. So right there. And then, of course, we just need to flip this. Are they too close together? No, I think they're straight. Apparently we can't... Oh no, we can change the directionality of tunnels. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so we want this to be on the ground level when it is at these coming in, but we need to get these highways here. So let's go ahead and get this guy up over here. And then we're going to need to elevate... For purposes of these, we're elevating the horizontal highway, right? So we'll bring this up 1, 2, 3, 4 elevation steps. And I want it elevated there by here, for sure. We want a pillar right smack dab in the center. And then we can just have it keep going this direction for now. Like that. Excellent. Now the question is, can we get away with building one right here? We're going to need to turn the road length snap off. We're going to need to go higher. That's the exact point that we need. Okay. And then we'll do something like that. That's definitely very awkward. I feel like we should take this highway out of here and match height. So have it be something like 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's 5 elevation steps, or maybe it was 6. That actually kind of looks like 6 to me. And then to right there, like that. It's definitely better. Now the only question is, are we going to have turnaround issues from it? We'll find out. So I want to take this to be certainly like right underneath. Let's have road length snap back on. Right underneath here is, I think, where we're going to start our re-elevation. And then we want this to be up 1, 2, 3, 4 elevation steps if we can. We're getting some space already, or rather, slope too steep. Really, this is slope too steep. 1 elevation step. That's very strange to me. Apparently that's slope too steep. We've definitely had steeper slopes. And it works fine over here. So what is different here? This does drop down, but it does on the other side too. Let's get rid of this, actually. And let's try just bringing this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4 elevation steps. Like that. I think that works better anyway. Overall, I think that's a big improvement. Yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, so now the question is, how are we going to get turnarounds here? And the answer is, we're kind of not, are we? Unless this goes underground in a kind of awkward fashion. Can we have underground junctions? The answer is no. No, we cannot. Okay, so we're going to have to actually knock back this tunnel a little bit and have it come out at a different level. So let's get this out of here for now. And let's take this back again to there. Then we're going to need to terraform this, and we're going to need to level this terrain. Just take this back a little ways, kind of like that. Should do the trick. Then we can bring this back up over here. And I want this to be basically, I mean, right about here should be good, I think. That should be, maybe here. That should be enough room. At least I hope. And then we'd want to connect that in like that. Okay, and then we'd need to smooth that out a little bit, but for right now, we'll just run the highway directly in like that, and like that. And that should give us enough space to work with. Okay, well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and next episode, we're going to finish this last area. See you all then.